Okay.
All right. So, Lydia, there's a lot going on, huh?
It's hard for me to talk to Barry about anything, but it's really hard to talk about.
Kim moves into her modest lakeside apartment in Florida, the crashing waves mirroring the turmoil inside her. As she sifts through legal documents, custody requests, child support calculations, and asset division, she reckons with the emotional ledger, what's owed emotionally, financially, and spiritually. The story follows Kim juggling evenings spent with her daughters, Amber, Kasha, and Mercy, rotating between visitation schedules. She hears echoes of laughter in empty rooms, scents of pancakes and morning light. Flashbacks anchor her temporarily in memory. First kisses, dance recitals, backyard prayers. Kim tentatively coaxes clarity from Barry during a tense visitation handoff. She speaks of right now, with everything still not being settled, he won't give me a dime. Bitterness simmers just beneath her tearful calm as she tries to discuss specifics, child support, custody rhythms, only to be met with avoidance. She counters with the fairness her lawyer agreed on, but Barry retreats. Kim steps into a local restaurant as a part-time hostess, a humbling role after decades dedicated to homemaking and raising children. Her heart sinks seeing her name among the evening shift. Her daughter Lydia and sometimes Mariah wave at her between tables. Kim fights relief and grief, her financial instability casting long shadows over her renewed independence. Kim attends therapy to heal logistics, motherhood, identity fractured by 24 years of conformity. She opens up about the DUI and its consequences, community service, lost driving privileges, and the weight of guilt. She also steps into dating again, hesitantly taking calls from someone who listens, in stark contrast to the silence of her marriage. In a pivotal scene, Kim walks through the courtroom's austere halls to deliver her final settlement proposal. As she lays out her tools, equitable division, custody, child support per Georgia guidelines, attorney's fees, she realizes it's not just a settlement of possessions, but of herself reclaiming her worth. By the final chapter, Kim stands on the porch of her modest apartment, her daughter's laughter drifting from inside. The settlement reached, she breathes deeply. Neither a triumphant victory nor a bitter defeat, but a fragile beginning. She opens the ledger she'd kept hidden in a drawer, financial summaries alongside childhood sketches, gratitude notes, and bullet points of future dreams. She closes it gently, her story still being written. Kim sat collapsed against the cool glass of her window overlooking a restless lake. The Florida evening stretched long, humid breaths drifting across the water, matching her own. In her lap lay a stack of papers, hefty, legal, final enough to demand the attention of her battered heart. She reread the line beneath her signature. The marriage of the parties is irretrievably broken. An echo of the day, June 26, 2024, when she summoned the courage to sign on the dotted line and file for divorce. The words felt brittle now, yet they anchored her reality. She was no longer a wife in limbo, but a woman seeking settlement, for herself and her children. A child's laughter, muffled but insistent, drifted inside from the room. Amber, Kasha, and Mercy, her girls, were at their father's today, but soon they'd be here. She frowned, studying the legal jargon, equitable division, child support, attorney's fees. Her stomach knotted at the financial toll. Barry brought home 10 times more than she did, and yet, despite the fairness the lawyers agreed on, he won't give me a dime. Her breath shuddered. She looked at another paper, the custody agreement. It outlined a tentative, fragile schedule, visits and half-weeks, splitting days and decisions. The lawyer called it standard, but she called it awkward, forced rhythms requiring grace. A tear slid down her cheek. She whispered, "I just want it done." Bitterness coiled in her voice, not hatred, but exhaustion. The living arrangements were unsettled, finances were stalled, emotionally, she was raw. She rose, shoving papers into a worn leather folder. The evening had shifted toward night, and she needed to get ready for work. Hostessing again at a local cafe, her first job since college. Her independence depended on it, but the price felt high. She smoothed her hair and looked into the mirror, lines under eyes, resolve simmering behind her tear-glazed lashes. Exiting into the humid dusk, she packed up the weight of the divorce, and carried with her, into the car, the trembling hope of a settlement.